Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new Halacha 4 units for Tuesday, 31st day of October, the 11th day of Cheshvan. Here we go. We are on the continuing laws of Tehillim, reciting Psalms and all the many different laws that come in with that. And let's continue right where we were. You know that you're not supposed to recite written Torah off by heart. So just reciting Chumash off by heart is considered a no-no because that's part of the written Torah. However, many people have the custom of having school children try to memorize the Yashir or the blessings that Yaakov said to his sons or things like that. And both the Tzitz Eliezer and Rabbi Yashiv both talk about how that is permissible. There are a lot of different reasons why they consider it permissible, but sometimes in situations like that, saying parts of written Torah off by heart are going to be considered okay, but do consult with your rabbi. Some allow saying Tehillim by heart because I'm saying it as a prayer. I'm not really saying it as, doing written Torah. I want to say Shir Hamalos Mimamakim now because I'm praying. So if I say it off by heart, I'm not reciting Torah off by heart, written Torah off by heart. I'm really just praying, and Shir Hamalos is what I'm using as prayer. Also, whenever you say parts of Tehillim or Torah that are perfectly well known by everybody, that's not considered the same problem of by heart because it's something that's so absolutely clear to everybody that we're positive you're going to say every word perfectly right, and that's considered okay. Okay, now on to other laws regarding Tehillim and talking, and let's just say them, they'll explain themselves. You may or may not know this, but after you finish your quiet Shmona Esrei, until the Chazan starts the loud repetition Shmona Esrei, the Chazan is not allowed to speak, and you, all the people in the congregation, are not allowed to speak either. Some of you didn't know that. You're not supposed to speak I'm repeating, from the end of your quiet Shemona Esrei till the repetition of Shemona Esrei. So what's okay to do while you're waiting? Could be like 2-3 minutes. So one of the things you're allowed to do is look into a Jewish book and read. You're allowed to do some davening catch-up if you had skipped some things to catch up to the congregation. And here's our theme. And Tehillim saying, according to most rabbis, is permitted then also. So while you're waiting between the quiet Shemona Esrei and the repetition Shemona Esrei, you could learn, you could catch up on some davening, and you could recite Tehillim there. Now, as far as saying Tehillim on Shabbos, we don't really say out loud prayers for tragedies and things like that on Shabbos. We call it Shabbos the time that we're just in Olam Haba, Shabbos Himi Lizok, which means, we're resting from all the screaming of prayers that we do. We mostly just enjoy the paradise type of atmosphere on Shabbos. So what's the deal with saying Tehillim on Shabbos? So most people allow it. And the reason why it's considered so allowed is because David HaMelech passed away on Shabbos, and he's the one who wrote Tehillim, and so therefore saying Tehillim on Shabbos is actually a beautiful thing, so it's allowed. If you want to say Tehillim in public on Shabbos to pray for a person who's ill and it's not dangerous, that's actually not necessarily something that should be done. If it's a person who's gravely ill and we all want to pray because it's a tragedy that could, God forbid, happen, so everyone allows Tehillim for those kinds of things, but Tehillim for a person who is kind of okay, just has the flu, and he's going to be okay generally. Generally, we frown on saying Tehillim publicly for that kind of situation. Tehillim is highly recommended during days like Elul, the month of repentance, on Rosh Hashanah, on Yom Kippur, on the Shabbos of repentance. It's a beautiful thing to say it then. On Tisha B'Av itself, some would say, don't say it, it's part of Torah. We don't learn Torah on Tisha B'Av, except the sad parts. Others say, but it's like praying. And generally we follow that second opinion. We consider Tehillim saying on Tisha B'Av to be mostly like praying, and therefore it would be okay to say Tehillim on Tisha B'Av. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.